Hello, I am Alex, and last Tuesday I became 16 years old. Okay, today we want to develop our first tiny app, and because I like mathematics, we will develop a calculator which can calculate 3 plus 3. Wow. But the first thing what we actually do is changing the settings, because I like the dark theme more than the light theme. Now we can create a new app, and let's call it calculator. And the first thing we will do is clearing all the code, because we want to start from the very beginning. And then we need the onStart function, which is the first function which was called after the main part of your code outside all functions. And I can prove that with alerts like this. And if we start this code, we will see that at first the global alert was shown, and then the onStart alert. Okay, now we want to create our first layout. That's time for the first lesson. Lesson 1. Layouts. Category controls. Generals. Layouts are essential for your app because all controls have to be added to a layout. At first you have to create a main layout, then you can add controls, and at least you add it to the app. Types. You have 3 different types. Linear layouts, which position your controls automatically, absolute layouts where you can set a custom position, and frame layouts, which are mainly used for layout animations. Options. Layout can have a horizontal or a vertical alignment. Fill X, Y, and XY fills the screen in the given direction. H and V centers your objects on the horizontal or vertical line. Left, top, right, and bottom orientates your objects on the given side. And at last, touch through allows you to interact with other layouts under this layout. Now we can make our main layout. You will notice that the list on the right hand side of your editor is very useful, because there you can find all available functions of the app object and of any object you've created with the app object. But we don't need the horizontal, but the fill XY and the recenter option. And after that we can create our text object. Lesson 2. Text objects. Category controls. General. With text objects you can display text on your screen, and they cannot be changed directly by the user. That's why they are often used to display descriptions, results, or other values on the screen. Options. The autoscale option just does what it says. The left-right option gives the text the given align. The wrap or multi-line option prevents or allows line breaks. The HTML option allows to use HTML tags. The bold option just makes your text bold. And at last, the font awesome option allows you to use hundreds of different icons. Now let's create our text object. As default text, we set type a term, and now we can see a type a term text, but it looks very small. That's why we can set a text size of 30 maybe, and now it is even big enough. The last object what we need is the text edit. Lesson 3. Text edits. Category controls. General. Text edits are a typical text input method, and they can be influenced directly by the user. Options. Text edits and text labels has many same options. These are the bold, auto size, left and the right, single line and multi-line option. Read only prevents that the user can type, and no keyboard prevents that the keyboard was shown. The number option just allows to type numbers. Auto select selects all text if the user touches the text edit. The extract option causes a full screen typing in landscape mode. The monospace option changes the font, and the no spill option prevents that the autocorrect line was shown so that it looks like this. Now we can create our text edits like this. And the normal text edit is tiny, so we have to set a default width. Let's say 0.5, which means the half of the screen width. And now it is even big enough too. Now we have to react on the user input. We need the set_on_enter method, and as callback we set the function calculate. We can calculate the result of our term string with the JavaScript built-in function eval. JavaScript built-in function eval. It runs a string as JavaScript code and returns the result. The prefix var before our variable result makes it local in our calculate function. And we can change the text of our text objects with the function setText. Now if we start our app, we can type a term like 3 times 3, and if we press enter it shows the result 9. But if we type an incomplete term, it shows an error. We can prevent this with the try catch statement. So we try to do something and we catch the error. And if there was one, we can set an error text as result. If we type an incomplete term now, no error was thrown, but we see that we made something wrong. Wouldn't it be better to calculate the result every time if the user changed the input? We just have to replace on_enter with onChange. If we start the app now, the result will be calculated every time if we type a character. But the error text is nerving, isn't it? Let's remove the error handling, and if we start the app now, it looks more professional, doesn't it? But there's another bad thing. Because we removed the onEnter function, we can type line breaks. Now the single line option will help us. We can see that our enter button was replaced by a done button, so we can't type line breaks. But what's that? If we have an empty input term, there was an undefined result. We have to check in our code if there was an empty input term. And if it was so, we can write type a term instead in our result text. By the way, we don't need an extra variable for the solution. We can move that to the setText function. That makes our code a bit shorter. Now let's test our app. We can type a term and we prevent errors if there was an empty input. But what was if we type spaces? There still is an undefined result. How we can solve this? We just have to replace all spaces with nothing. That is what this regular expression function does. JavaScript built-in function regExp. It converts a string into a regular expression. Now we finally finished our calculator app, and we can calculate this curious term. Hope you liked this video, because in the next video we will programmate our first little game. Hope you'll see us then. All important links are listed in the description. See you!